comes in a brown bag and you get a Daddy Toast shirt.
That's your school clothes.
Oh.
I'm back up streaming. I don't know what happened. That's probably me trying to show off, but hey, hell, you only live once. So I'm back up. Lady J, you ready to talk about your subject? Lady J. There she go. Why she'll come back on once we start talking about something else. Lines are open 614-556-4535. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Come on, get into the conversation. Come on, get in the conversation. All right. Let's see. Facebook, Keisha Harris. I thought I was doing her hair for school. I don't even get involved in that, Keisha.
My mom said that she didn't understand like when she just said someone is weak.
What? Right. I don't know. I don't know, baby. I don't know. But hey, Keisha, you need to enter the raffle. Type in Facebook. Keisha Harris. Who did that? Her mama?
Yeah.
Now, Keisha, type in Kwanzaa 365. Kwanzaa 365 so you can be entered into the running. All right, Lady J, you back?
I'm sorry, I thought I had you on mute. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right, you ready to talk about your subject?
Yes.
Oh, man, Kwame said he ain't seen nothing. I got to go all the way back through it because Kwame ain't get to see what we was talking about.
Okay.
I'm just joking. She ain't get the joke, Kwame. Her mama did that, I told you already. All right, so go ahead. It's on you. What you want to talk about? You said you want to talk about school.
She might take it out.
Yeah. So a new year is amongst us. And I continue to be zealous and hopeful. But I guess one of the conversations that I want to hear or start to cultivate is those parent-school connections, establishing what it is that the teachers or staff need from the parents, as well as what support the parents need from the schools. I understand that we have this. A lot of us have this disconnect with regard to education, even when it comes to the definition. And I feel that in order for us to raise political thinkers, in order for us to prepare our students for the 21st and ensure they're ready and equipped with the skills that they need to be successful, we have to improve that communication and that partnership between the schools and the parents. And so being an educator, I don't, it's tough for me when I hear the statement so blank as we need our own schools, right? We need our own schools because I feel like, in a sense, we have our own schools. We just don't have the personnel and people to go in there. Studies do, there was a study recently done that says that, teachers who are the same rate of the students that they teach hold them to a higher standard. And I had to reflect on myself because it is true. I am guilty of setting the bar high for those that look like me, holding them to that expectation, and and finding shame when they do things that are unbecoming to people that look like me, right?
Right. Gina!
And I just wonder, we live, that field is just, it's not, we are in low numbers when it comes to that field.
Yes, she wants you to
right?
call her.
So we just got to continue
What's
to
her name?
cultivate educators to go into teaching so that we can, provide a service that is equitable for our children, and put them in a winning position. But again, I just want to put it out there. I want to challenge the adults. I want to challenge the educators. I want to challenge the parents to join the PTAs at their school, to make sure that they have a voice, to make sure that they are communicating what their needs are on both parties.
Okay.
Like I said, that includes school personnel as
You
well
got
as
it?
parents.
You got a phone?
And I feel like
You ain't got a phone.
Yes, I do.
that is
Go get
once
it.
we
I
start
got a
having
computer.
those
Go
authentic
write the number.
conversations,
I'll write the number.
we'll be able to remove some of those roadblocks that we have and disconnects that we have.
Okay. All right. Anybody got any comeback for that? Or are y'all hearing her and heeding what she's talking about? $5.97. Right there, that one. Now let me ask a question. I was did you say that the standards you was speaking about setting the standards high? Can you
1459.
clarify that for me, because I'm kind of mixed up.
Is that on?
Yeah. Damn, I just took notes.
The expectations to be held high. What happens is that
Get it later.
what happens is that you have people. So I'm gonna give you an example. The other day we did this exercise, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so they took something from me that means a lot, which is my jug of water. I walk around with a huge 54 ounce jug of water every day. People know that I am, yeah. So people know that means the world to me. Like, if I don't have my ice water, like, I'm, it's just not going to be a good day for me. So they took it and they hid it, and then I went looking for it, no direction. Then they gave me a map, right? So I go with the map, and I'm just telling y'all what my takeaway point was. I go with the map. I see that they've thrown this restroom on the map, right? Well, I've been in this building for 5 years. I didn't, in my head, there was no bathroom where they were telling me the bathroom was, so I refused to go down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so finally I said, well, let me go down here. And I find a bathroom, right? But what happens is with teachers, we, as educators, and even with parents, we sometimes make up in our mind what our kids can do and what they can't do, right? We believe in our hearts and we know when we really don't. And unfortunately, what happens is we think about the fact that our kids, we know our kids are behind. We know they're not reading on level. But then we don't challenge them, right? And let them learn from their challenges or from their success, right?
Mm-hmm.
We don't give them an opportunity to step outside that box. We don't challenge them. And what the studies are showing is that it is a majority of African American students, low economical status, that are not being challenged. But the studies also prove that when these same group of children were challenged, that they rose to the occasion. I'll give you my synopsis, and I'm going to create this. It's going to be a problem. So what happens is we have a state test. Now, a lot of people are not in favor of the state test, and if you have heard me on this show numerous times, you know that I am in favor. I feel like teachers need to be held accountable as well as students. And I feel like the thing that I like about this new test, when they started to develop it, they kept talking about thinking outside the bubble. They were thinking of how do we test their strategic thinking, right? How do we get at the strategic thinking piece where they are manipulating the information they have. Now, when I looked at these tests, one thing that I felt in my heart, I felt like this was good because now our children get a chance to demonstrate what they know. They have more of an opportunity to explain and to So I looked at the test, and I preferred the current test over previous tests that we've done in the past. I.e. the first test, i.e. the proficiency test. I just feel like we're moving in the right direction, even though I know that this may not be the same for long, right? And so what I think is our kids don't perform because no one thinks that they will be able to perform. Even when I sit in meetings, we're constantly saying we're blowing the bar of expectations with our staff, saying what we don't think our kids will be able to do, and that they won't be able to meet the state threshold, things like that. And I just feel like it's counterproductive. When we don't believe in them, and we are enabling them from being their best. And I feel like the parents do that as well as the teachers, right? The parents do it as well as the teachers. The parents will sit and lament and talk about how unfair, how unfair the test is, this, that, and the other. And it's issues with them. But ultimately, if we spoke life into them, they may perform better. And I'll give you my one example. I had a student last year who failed the third grade proficiency, one of my cheerleaders. She failed the third grade proficiency. So when it came time for cheerleading, her mom said she can't participate. So I tell her mom, whom I've been friends with in first grade,
did it waste?
Let her participate. I'm going to make sure she passes the test. Now, true story. I went and seen this room 2 times over the summer. I was her tutor. I seen her 2 times. And you know what she did on that proficiency test? Or on that air test? She knocked it out the park. She passed it, and she went on to the 4th grade. Now, why? Well, what did I do? You know what I did, Hakim?
What you do?
I built her confidence. The girl was suffering from anxiety. She's so worried about what's going to happen if she fails the test. She's so worried about her mom breathing down her neck about what's going to happen if she fails third grade. And the girl couldn't think straight. I knew that the girl was smart. She's been my cheerleader for years, right?
Right.
I've known her. So I knew that this wasn't a matter of her being insufficient in the skills. I knew it was a matter of confidence, right? It was a matter of confidence. So once I met with her and I convinced her that she knew that she possessed everything she needed to pass the test, not only did she pass the test, she had the score was like ridiculous, The score was ridiculous. And I didn't do anything. I put her on multi-max A, and I built her confidence. So though I only met with her twice, I was calling her, and we were having conversations, and I was feeding into her that she was going to pass the test. So when she would come to practice, that's what I was feeding into her. And I convinced her of that much. And she passed the damn test. But if we always are telling our kids what they're not going to be able to do, if we're always, it's just like my analogy that I use all the time. We know the game is not fair. We know the game is not fair. The time out we're standing on the sideline talking about how the damn game ain't fair instead of being in the game actually playing. And I feel like that's what we do a lot of. We will sit and we will look and we will say, oh, this isn't fair, this isn't set up, this ain't this and this is that. And we'll decide to sit there and talk and point out all the issues instead of actually participating in the fucking game. And that's why we didn't get beat.
I don't think that's why I don't think that's why we've been getting beat, baby.
I believe so.
I'm just saying I don't agree with that. That's why we getting beat.
I met with Dr. Lomax. I don't know if I went into this conversation, but I met with Dr. Lomax. I did call him, but I didn't go into detail about the conversation. And what I found meeting with him this time is that he and I have a lot of things in common. One being our optimism, right? And another being we have a similar strategy at how we will overcome what needs to take place in order for our people to overcome. And the reality of it is that the Negro speaks rivers. We have been
You better not.
And every time we grow. So when I think about my ancestors leaving slavery, moving north, setting up their neighborhoods, reviving their culture, I think about. I'm reminded that if they did that, if they left slavery and started the civil rights movement and started a renaissance, what is our speed?
All right, I got a question for you since you brought that up. I got a question. So what happened to that? All the stuff that you're talking about, as far as because you acknowledge that we did do it all before.
What do you mean? What happened to it?
I mean, what happened to it? I mean, we still the same people in a sense. You said that we did set up a renaissance. The renaissance was popping off. It stopped, and there was a whole lot more other things other than the renaissance.
I can tell you what happened.
I'm listening.
I can tell you what happened.
You know what? Stop repeating. Just tell me.
We are constantly bombarded with those negatives and not the positives. We lack.
So hold on. Stop. Let me ask.
We lack the ability to look back.
Ooh, she can't never just give us an answer, can she?
We stay looking back and not. You asked me a question and now we keep.
I mean, you keep going. I raised my hand. I said, hold on for a second. I mean, you go into you don't give an answer. You give a sermon. You know, I'm surprised that the nigga Cry Rivers ain't pop up in this one too. So my question was very simply, if all that stuff was, what happened to it? And you saying negative thinking, what else?
Negative image propaganda.
Mm-hmm.
I am saying that it's a systematic approach has been used to get us to forget about our strong past.
But
so
if we
have forgotten who we are and who we come from. We have forgotten.
All right, but
we're not bombarded with or reminded of our accomplishments. Instead, we're constantly focused on our failures.
all right. So if we built, see, because this is the point. Something had to happen first. Because I'm hearing you when you talk about all the successes that we had. Because we did some incredible shit with absolutely nothing. But something happened to it. And you're saying that we thought it away? Is that what I'm hearing?
No. So,
all right, so what happened? What happened to the actual...
This is a war. Psychological warfare has been declared on us.
Mm-hmm.
And so it has been very intentional that there has been programming put in place to have us forget. And that's why Gye-Nyame Journey media is important. That's why we have to understand that we control the narrative, right? All of these ideas that we have to be responsible for the images. That's why this is so important. Propaganda is probably the most important piece to a people moving to the next level. It is that, in my eyes, nothing can happen if we don't understand the power of propaganda. The power of propaganda. So when I talk about why it is that our people are removed, part of it is because we are preoccupied with all things that don't matter. We have become consumed in the deviant culture, and it's all by design. Can you take this off the? All right, I'm bringing it off here.
All right.
Yeah, so that's.
So all right. So maybe my question is mixed up because once again in many ways. Who is that? You don't got a mute?
No one.
So I'm just trying to be clear. So the negative propaganda came in and stripped us of all of the stuff that we built.
No, don't they talk about I'm going to say it wrong, and then y'all always teasing me when I say something wrong. But what is that gland called that looks like the curl of our hair?
The gland.
Pineal gland? What is that?
Yeah, pineal. You talking about the pineal gland? I'm saying it wrong too. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So for me, what I think that has occurred is that And I am one that understands or would like, I want to understand more about these vibrations, right? So one thing that I believe that has happened and why we have become, why this disconnect has occurred. Molly, you got a lot going on. I need you to change something. I'm sorry. It doesn't look right. The one reason why I feel that is because systematically, by design, things were put, we were exposed to certain wavelengths that calcified those flames, that disconnected us. We have become disconnected with our past. We have been taught to hate people that look like us, which is why our kids talk about African students and call them African booty snatchers that don't want to be affiliated and don't want to admit that they're from Africa or don't want to associate themselves with being black. Those things happen, and that was systematic. Those things were done to us. But again, we have to control the things that we can control. I can't control what's on TV, but I can control what I watch, right? I can't control what music is published. I can't control what music is published or put out there, but I can control what music I listen to, right? And what music I play,
right?
What stations I listen to. So we have to take control of those things. But yes, and then I go back to the 20s when we get this idea of this consumer society. That was designed to keep us in slavery, to keep us enslaved, right? All of these things were by design, and they have contributed to the fact that we have developed this disconnect with who we are and where we come from. If we're going to move forward, we have to look back at who we are and where we come from, and we got to keep pushing.
See, all right. So, because I'm getting back to the stuff, because I hear the talk, right? But back to the stuff. We built up communities from the 1800s to certain points in time, and we have always
continue to thrive.
Right, and who?
Some of those communities continue to exist and continue to thrive.
I challenge you on that too. We already had the discussion. We had that discussion. Since you don't want to come with facts, you can't bring that up on the show. You don't come with no facts.
I can bring up whatever.
You have it until you do. Until you show me this Black Mecca. Be quiet. You haven't shown me Black Mecca yet. Right? You keep on talking about it. See, that's part of that illusion shit that I keep talking about. You get delusional and then you get mean to me. Then you claim that I'm mean. Right?
I'm not delusional. You're just a pessimist.
I'm a pessimist now. You done got another word to call me. I call it myotic. I call it myotic. Right? I'm not allowed to look at illusions. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? When I see illusion, I got to be able to distinguish between the real and the unreal. Young Jedi. Well, Tara has to get you on the Jedi path on that piece so you can move forward. I'm in the Sith type thing. You know what I'm saying? We'll conquer together if that's what you want. But listen, what I'm asking is this. If we built up all this stuff, where is the stuff? I hear you about us losing our mind, but where's the stuff? When our minds changed, when our minds changed, where did all the stuff go? Hello?
Yeah, I'm confused. Where's what stuff?
Well, if we built up communities, right? If we built up some industries, we built up businesses during these times, because I'm hearing you. But what I want to do is I want to bring a little bit more clarity to it, at least from my standpoint. Where did all this stuff go? Because black folks built things. Black folks created things. Black folks had things. Where is all the stuff?
they're around us every day.
Where?
Where? What do you mean? Where is it not? Is the question.
Well, I'll tell you where it's not in my house.
So
Matter of fact, it ain't even my house. I'm just asking you a question. You said that it was because of the way we started thinking.
Do you have an air conditioner?
Yes.
Okay, is that a black invention?
Oh, I'm not concerned about whether a black man invented it or not. See, no. Hold on. You trying to get into feel good. You trying to get into feel gooderies.
Do you have?
So sometime I wonder, do you really misunderstand, or are you doing this on purpose because it's a character you playing? Because I want to be clear.
You got a dustpan.
Listen to me. I'm trying to wonder. Now, see, you need to let me know that you are in character or you're serious. Because I'm about to get very ignorant right now.
Daddy.
Because if this is a character, then I'm going to play with it. Because... Okay, thank you. My baby told me she about to take a bath. She's so big. But go ahead. I'm just trying to be clear.
Yeah, so this is going to be the drive home.
Huh?
Our children exist in the world where they do not know their ancestors in their ingenuity invented and created and built this country.
Wait, time out, stop. Hold on. Lady J, I will argue the point with you. Lady J, I will argue the point with you. I'm gonna see, this the point. Hold on. This is why we gotta get you a show. Because you need to have a stage where you could take off and just keep running your mouth. You know what I'm saying? Stop. When you hear me interject, stop. Listen. Now, you talk about the ingenuity. I will argue the point that I think a lot of our children know more about what we invented maybe than some of us do. I will argue the point that a lot of our children know about some of the historical greatness that we have. But I wasn't going off into that area right there because you took it to another place. I'm asking you, you can't answer my question because you start running your mouth. Stop running your mouth. Oh my God, I'm about to cut you off because I can't do this. I can't do it. I'm not going to do it.
Don't cut me off.
All I'm trying to get you is that I asked this question. And the question that I asked was not to cause an issue, even though it's probably going to cause an issue. If we built up all the stuff that you was talking about, where is it? Like, for example, if we built up a small town near Columbus or in Columbus, where is it right now? Hello?
If we built up what?
All the stuff that you saying that we did. My question is, because you saying that we lost our way because of just like negative thinking. Our pineal gland getting calcified. That's how we lost all of this. So if we lost it, then it existed. Where is it now? Just say you don't understand my question. If you don't understand, just say
we don't know. And I don't think that our kids know. Say that they do. But I argue that they don't.
I think they do. And I think that's why in many ways that some of them act in the way that they do. I think some of them, they may know more than we. I think they know a little bit more than they might be letting on. And that's why they act in the way that they do. I don't think it's impossible. I don't think it's impossible. Not with the internet. I don't think it's impossible. I think somebody can know a whole lot and be like,
Let me tell you something.
I'm not gonna participate in that.
Let me tell you something about the internet. So the other day, one of my kids asked me something, right? One of my mentees. They asked me something, right? 2 seconds. 2 seconds. I go to the internet and I solve that question that has been plaguing them all summer. You see what I'm saying? Our kids do have access to the computer, but they don't use it for. They use it for what they want to use it for. They don't use it. It's like I told somebody every day. You got Khan Academy. You're teaching something in the classroom. You know the topic. She's not teaching the way that you understand. As long as you know what it is that you're learning and the topic, you can go look it up, right? You can go teach it to yourself. You can teach it out somewhere else. But those kids will tell me in a minute, but they don't know what they need help with. But they won't go find it themselves. They won't go find it themselves. So you can't just saying that.
So but it's your job to teach them, right?
And not only that, in order for them to really hone in and take advantage, they would have to be political thinkers. If we have not cultivated some of these political thinkers, that's nothing.
So what now? Because I can hit you on the political thinker piece too, because I think some of our children are pretty good, astute political thinkers. It's just going in the wrong direction. Now,
you think they're what?
I think they're politically astute. I just think that the direction of it is not good.
Do you?
Oh yeah. I done seen kids and their parents play politics with school. I done seen them do politics with school. I think they understand politics. I done seen children and their parents play politics at school. But it's a selfish politic.
But that's not what political thinking is.
What is political thinking
Political thinking is having. If they were political thinkers, guaranteed they would be knocking the test out the park.
No, because another strategy for dealing with the test is just tuning it out. That could be a political strategy too. I mean, because I don't see how if the test is not really making any difference in your life or your future prospects, because you can't use the test for anything. How does it benefit our children or even us for us to be all hyped up about this damn test when there's absolutely no benefits from the test?
Sense of accomplishment.
A sense of accomplishment. They can get that from buying the latest album. They get that from playing Fortnite all night.
Let me finish.
What's up, Shaka?
Now you made me forget what it was that I was about to say.
You were supposed to be answering where all the stuff went. Because I want to get to the point of what because rather than you being like, I don't understand what you mean, or so that I could get to the point.
Yeah, I don't.
All right, cool. Let me get to the point.
I gave you an example. So I gave you.
No, you gave me an example, and then you start rattling off, doing what you usually do. Doing what you usually do.
What my point is that
Sasha, get down here. I'm sorry. Go ahead. It's real life at Gye-Nyame Journey.
They don't know who they are, and they don't know where they come from. And if they did know who they were, if they knew where they come from, they would have a sense of pride that would allow them, our youth, to be to exceed the expectations.
So right now they got a sense of shame, right?
I'm in agreement. I am in agreement.
All right, cool. Now, why? Now, because this is the question.
Every day with my kids, and I'll go back.
Pick the cereal up.
I'll go back to this idea of what does it mean? What does it mean to be black? Tell me that, Hashem. What does it mean to be black?
You asking me?
Yeah. What does it mean to be black?
To be divine. To be fine. To not age. To be ancient.
Okay.
Right?
Now,
But you know how I found that out? You know how I found that out? You know how I found that out? But hold on, stop. Do you know how I found that out? Since I answered your question, you know how I found that out?
How?
Years and years of independent study. Ask a white
Now, my
kid.
next question
Ask a
is
white
how-
kid, what does it mean to be white? They might not even have an answer. Their answer might be worse than our kids.
Why would that? See that? There it goes. There it goes. I don't give a damn what a white kid would say.
I'm just saying. All right, cool. Let's do an Asian.
I don't see
What it mean to be? What it mean to be yellow?
Makes a difference to me. None of that shit makes a difference to me.
What I mean, but you know what? I mean, you on this, you on the feel good train. You just think that if we felt better, we would do better. When you ignore a whole lot of stuff, and you, I mean, and people allow you to do that. You come to Gye-Nyame and you want to ignore a lot of shit. I'm not gonna let you do that shit. You say that we did a lot of shit, and I agree with you. Every strategy that everybody brings up on my show, in some form or fashion, some black folks somewhere have attempted that shit in America. The only reason I asked you, where is all the stuff, is because nobody ever want to go back to the fact that that shit was systematically stolen. And anytime we about to make a come up or make any type of changes, then all of a sudden there's some type of rule change to the game. But then we got people saying, it don't matter, still get up and play the game. You don't think our children look and see their ass, their grandparents and their parents' ass getting beaten, being like, why do I want to participate in some shit like that? You're not happy with your life. You're struggling, you worked hard, you did everything you were supposed to do. So I'm going with you when we say sometimes we put down our children's intelligence. How do we know that some of our children are not looking at the shit that we're going through as adults and be like, man, fuck that. I'd rather just not even do it. Because that motherfucker that went to college and got all that college still struggling.
And a lot of it's not struggling.
Like, wait, stop. There you go, stop. No. You will not get on this show with them goddamn illusions. We got the same, we got less. We got less than we have ever had in America. We have more in slavery than we do right now. Wait, stop. You're not looking at the numbers. We got less than we had back in slavery. We own less property now than any time since they started taking them numbers, baby. How can you get up on here and be like some of us still got? When the vast majority of us are struggling, including me and you.
I'm a beg to differ.
No, well, I'm not taking no begging today.
I'm a beg.
You can't beg to differ. Because you don't want to look at the numbers, you don't want to look at the reality. Until you start looking at the reality, you're not going to be effective. All right, go ahead. Don't live in your... I'm going to let you go. I'm going to let you go on with your illusion. Go ahead.
You spoke for me and said that I'm struggling. And I want to know, is that relative? Are you thinking of something that is relative? Because in my eyes, I'm doing great.
Wait, stop. I ain't gonna let you finish. I'm about to go hang up. I'm about to hang up because this is the issue. You come with this illusionary shit. I ain't talking about how you know. I ain't talking about no intrinsic. I feel beautiful bullshit. I'm talking about you being to take your kids where the fuck you want to take your kids when you want to take your kids. I'm talking about you existing in a country where it's hard for you to make a motherfucking living and pay a bill. I don't give a fuck how you feeling.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this again, Hakim. Things, my mind, where I operate from is different from where you operate from.
Obviously. And it's different. It's different than a lot of other people's reality.
Yesterday I broke down in tears, and the reason I broke down in tears is because I know where my great grandmother comes from. I know what my grandmother has been through. I know who my mother was, and I am not that. I see my children's future, and I know that I know for a fact that it is much greater I think about the lives that I have touched, when I think about the young youth that I help, when I think about the number of females that call me and they know that I'm going to help them do this and I'm going to help them do that.
Why you got to help all these young black females?
That is
Why you got to help all these young black females? When your ancestors built this whole goddamn country, we should actually be a wealth class. You know, part of the problem is that so many of us honestly believe that we're doing so much better and it could be worse, rather than looking at the fact that these motherfuckers is living off our wealth. They are sucking up our fucking inheritance.
Some of us believe that we're doing worse than what we are.
Shit.
That's how I feel.
Who?
That's how I feel.
Who?
You.
You right. You know what? Because I know I could be doing better. And actually, I know I should be doing better. And you know what else bothers me? You know what else bothers me? Because a lot of times people cloak a lot of this selfish shit and spiritual feelings and shit. I'm responsible for the next 7 generations. And I got to have something to pass down to them. And it's going to have to be, in many cases, material. I have stacked up on information and books to pass down. But now it's my responsibility to pass down wealth and not no good feelings. Okay. Now you can be satisfied with that shit if you want. I'm not trying to pass my kids no good feelings. I'm trying to pass them some goddamn assets. And I'm trying to pass some assets that they deserve.
Let me tell you this,
I done let you say a lot.
I look at my accomplishments, I know that they are
Lady J. Lady J, it went, see, this the problem. You think because I'm bringing up what the statistical facts are, that I'm trying to put your life down. But what I'm trying to get you to do is to look at the reality of our people. You keep on talking about the people and about our kids. Right? But do you not realize that the reason that we don't have a lot of stuff is because we have been robbed? And then some people, in a case like yourself, make it all right. It's all right that you got robbed, right? It's okay that somebody else is living off your inheritance. Right? Because it's not that bad for you. Somebody else is on the line. Somebody from Bakersfield, California. Who is it?
We brought 2 houses in 2 years. Nobody talks about that.
Who? No. Let's keep it real. See, this is where we get off into these fucking illusions. You getting houses on credit. You getting houses on credit is not you owning houses. Get out of here. Oh, come on, Lady J. Come on, Lady J. Come on, Lady J. Come on, Lady J. Okay, cool. I got somebody on the line from Bakersfield, California. It's an unknown caller. Who is this? Come on in. Join the conversation. Welcome to the journey.
Hey, it's Kim.
What's up, Kim? Where you been? Where you been?
Oh, God. I've been in Senegal. The Wi-Fi was really, really bad, and it was super expensive, so I couldn't use it as much as I wanted.
I thought you cut us off.
No, I every now and then I would listen and I would like stuff, but I really couldn't listen for long because where we're located in Senegal, we don't have Wi-Fi. We were using 4G, and you got to keep paying for it, and it was really expensive.
Oh, well,
so it's not on my desk. No.
You gotta excuse me.
But now I'm back.
You gotta excuse me and Lady J's love spats and shit. That's what we do. But I'm sorry, but go ahead.
No, I was just listening in. Y'all had a really dynamic discussion, and I really wanted to. I really want her to explain to me what does she consider is doing good.
She'll probably call back in. She might not be listening now. I might have pissed her off, but she she good people though. She good people. I mean, and sometimes, how can I put it? I just don't agree with a lot of her stuff. I do, but some of the stuff I don't because and maybe that's the question I should ask before I start yelling and shit. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes I be talking, and when we get into all this feel good stuff, I got to I got to, because that often, like, for example, did you see the interview with Jay-Z when they was talking about the ownership thing? Well, my fault, it wasn't the ownership thing then. But he in the room and he talking about him going in with the NFL.
Yeah, I've been. I'm catching up. A lot of things I couldn't watch, so I haven't watched that. I just finished watching Antonio Moore. He did too. So I listened to both his today about Jay-Z. But the thing is, I'm not zeroing in on what he said, but we say that a lot. We doing good. I'm doing all right. And what you were trying to get her to do is quantify that. And that's what we don't really do.
Yeah, we got it. We feel it. It's a spiritual thing. You don't understand, sis. It's a spiritual thing. I can feel good about me. I'm all right. Like, we always good. We always all right, but it's like, and I know it's hard to deal with, but sometimes you really want to push people to quantify it. So when we really quantify it, then you're not all right. Because
it's okay to
right.
not be all right.
It is.
I think it's okay to be, I'm not all right. I think we good until we homeless. We good until the car is repoed. We good until the house is foreclosed on. But we weren't good leading up to that. We can be okay with not being good. And so that's all I was saying. And it's not her per se, but it's something that we do.
We do it all the time. We do it all the time. And it's like, and in doing that, we make it acceptable for ourselves. We make it acceptable. And it's almost like our kids sometimes, because like I said, I got some disagreements with some of the ways, but then sometimes I can't really blame them, because who wants to be on the losing team? I can see you losing. I can see it. Y'all getting pumped. Like right now, my issue with this whole Jay-Z thing is that Jay-Z, in a sense, for me, is like running interference for the NFL. And what they do is they replace, because this is in a sense a test run, I believe, for the reparations argument. Because they end up, what they usually do for us, they throw out a few, they hook up a few of us, and we accept that few being able to grab on the shit and hold on to it as a sign of we're making progress. And they will give opportunities to a few, but refuse the rest reparations, and we will be okay with it. You know why? Because I'm doing okay. It's good for me. There's an opportunity out here for me. Not knowing that all those individuals have been chosen, or they were lucky enough to be in the spot. And the only thing that we're trying to talk about is that as a group, we shouldn't have to depend on luck. The lucky motherfuckers should be new people in this country. I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry. I get excited, man.
No, I agree. Everything about us now is luck. Everything about us is luck. And we are not doing okay. We are really struggling very hard to keep our head above water. And most of the time, a lot of the time, we are sinking. We are sinking right now.
We are sinking. And we get to get as Tariq Nasheed say, we get a couple of nigga trinkets every now and then. We feel good for a little while. We feel good for a little while, and then we fall right back into the same thing we was right at the time that another pay period hits.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, and then so we get into this intrinsic value piece when Everybody else is measuring their life, and they measure our lives extrinsically by the shit that you have.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If we
don't
were
have security, we know what security feels like. Like we didn't have security as children. We don't have it as adults. We really don't know what security is.
We don't. And that's the one of the issues because I asked her a question about. I said because she said we did all it because she agreed with that. In fact, we did a lot of stuff. But then the reason I was asking, where did all the stuff go? Because I want her to admit that it wasn't the fact that we lost that shit. The fact of the matter is because we were not protected by the laws and because we did not have politics on our side, we were not able to keep that shit. You can name all of the inventions, you can name all of the black towns, you can name all of the black markets, dry cleaners, inventions, athletic accomplishments. We lose all that shit because we are not able to hold on to it. Because we lack the protections, of American citizens. I'm sorry.
Yes. I mean, for me, hello?
I'm here. I'm just sipping on some old ambrosia.
For me, Antonio Morris, some of his data, I'll be honest with the data that he shared that hit me hard was the financial statistics about black families and where we are financially. And my financial situation, I'm in like the top, I don't know if it was 5% of black families or 15%, but it was up there of black families when he said, well, we fall. And I was like, and I'm broke. Okay? I was like, shit, that's how bad we are. That's how bad. And when I saw that, I was like, wow. And I know I'm broke.
But like
that's how bad. That's how bad the situation is. And then he said in Boston, the average black family, he said, what is it, $8,000? $8 liquid?
It's $8 liquid. We talking.
$8 liquid. In Los Angeles is like 100. Okay, and so when you look at all that, and when I was like, what? And I know where I am, and this is where I fall among black people, and I know where I am. So that means, as a people, we in bad shape, and they ain't nobody doing good. We can't look at unicorns and say they doing good. Ain't nobody doing good. You look to your left, you look to your right, you look to your front, you look to your side, you look up, you look down. They all doing badly. The people who so-called doing good is people you don't even see.
Damn. The people that are, you know what I'm saying, you don't even see. You know what I'm saying?
We don't see them.
You know, and it's like, so, but you know, like I said, then when I'm doing that, I'm pessimistic. She called me pessimistic, and I don't even mind those. I don't mind those titles. You know what I'm saying? But the issue is, even in our spirituality, like I keep on going back to the law of Maya, being able to distinguish the real from the unreal. You can't sit up here and throw out numbers like $1,700 median, and after I got an understanding of what the median was. That means 50% below. 50% of us are at 17.
Nobody has a property. That means no one has a property. If you 1,700 median, that means 1,700 is not a property, all right? That means you don't even have a property. That's what that means. You don't even own a property. You don't even own a vacant lot. Oh, nothing.
But yo, we doing okay. We got the same amount, if not less, property than we had in slavery. But hey, we balling.
Exactly.
We balling. We living the life. Right?
No, we're not.
$3 trillion as a group in $117 trillion pool.
No, we're not.
Oh, we balling out. No, what they do is they
No.
place up these tokens, these opiates, these individuals that we could get high through and we could feel good through them. And then they throw out religious ideas. They only throw out the religious ideas that's all about your personal responsibility. Fuck what people done to you, what they have taken from you, and just feel good anyway. I'm not gonna allow the devil to rob me of my joy.
That's what we have now.
Huh?
That's what we are now.
That's what we are
That's
now.
what we have now.
Oh, I tell him, you speaking like the devil. I'm not going to allow you to steal my joy. No, I'm trying to get you to understand that your life is not yours. Our lives belong to our children. And if we allow this time to go by because we are doing some spiritual mumbo jumbo, some spiritual feel-good shit, our children, the very ones that I'm looking at right now, will be serfs. This means they're going to be working just to literally live someplace. I just posted up on Gye-Nyame Journey that in California is a place called Manteca, California. There and 15 other places, they are making it illegal for homeless people to sleep on the street. Brother Hatim, what do they have to do with me? They are preparing for what's coming. You do not understand.
It's already here.
You say who?
They already doing that. They are California.
Oh man, shit! They done priced us out of California.
Canada. They already doing it because they know people can't afford to live in a house. They cannot afford to live in a house. So a lot of people are living in RVs and stuff. So now they're making it so you cannot sleep on the street.
Exactly. But no, we don't know that.
No, you cannot. So what you do? You have to be in an institution.
Right. You got to go to jail. If you want someplace,
Yeah.
you got to. And you know what? You know what jail is, right? That's called slavery.
I was gonna say you got to go back to slavery.
If you want 3 cots in the hot, you understand what I'm saying? Come on, family. I mean, now they just use Manteca, but the whole piece is this is going on all over the country. There's little tent towns popping up everywhere. And I'm saying we got these young people out here right now talking reparations. We can't let them start talking about Jay-Z on an NFL team and we done made it. We can't allow them to start talking about I'm doing all right. And it would be cool for us to be doing all right if we just got here a generation ago. Or maybe even 2 generations ago. But many of us can trace our shit back 8 generations. What does it say, really? What does it say to your children when they can look and take a glance at your history and know that you've been Americans long before the country was even a country? And you still ain't got shit. What does that say? Especially if you're not framing it properly for them so that they can see. The reason that we don't have the patent of making the money from the air conditioner and the dustpan and all the other shit that people want to bring up. It's beautiful that we could go on and romanticize the fact that we created that shit, but we are not getting the wealth off of it. Why? Because your black ass was not allowed to have government protection. You probably wasn't even allowed inside the patent office to go and put the patent on when we created it. You have been being cheated and swindled since the beginning of this country. Cheated, swindled, and abused since the beginning of this country. And we're so used to accepting that shit that anything less than that, we'll be like, I'm cool.
Yep.
We okay.
That's us.
And
Right.
and it's
Yeah,
all
right.
it's all intrinsic because they can't stop your heaven, but they can stop your car loan.
Everything but right.
They can stop your mortgage. Let me tell you how slick. Let me tell you how slick it is. I remember one of my elders tried to force me into politics. So he sent me to a meeting. He said, Brother Tim, I want you to go over to this meeting, and I want you to represent the agency. Just for a couple of weeks. A couple of weeks turned into almost 2 years. I went over there, and I found out it was something in Columbus that they called an area commission. And I sat there, and when I told them that Dr. Kelsey sent me, they said, this is the young man that Dr. Kelsey said he was going to send. We're going to vote this young man in as I can't remember what they voted me in as, but I had a job for once a month for the next 2 years, right? But I started noticing some of the arguments. So you would have poor, I ain't gonna say poor, you would have black folks, which was poor, but of course they wasn't poor, because they was doing all right. They would have a house that was in a certain area that either other real estate people wanted and the people wouldn't sell, so they would come to area commissions and try to make the area an old town type district, or find a way to go through government and raise the taxes so that the older person who was on a fixed income could not afford the taxes or could not afford to keep up with the maintenance. Because if you turn an area into one of the ways that they gentrify is that they turn the area into what we call here old towns, where it's like you can't, everything is specified. So if you got to change your roof, you can't go out and get the tar shingles. You need to go out and get shell like they used to do it back in the day, so it'll be rocks on top of your roof. You got to get that or you don't fit in, and if you don't fit in, then you kind of forfeit your rights to your property. So we don't realize that they keep changing the rules and changing the qualifications. And we think that it's okay, it's okay for us to be involved with this game. You can't, as a young person, you can't, you don't think some of our young people looking like, I don't want to play that shit. Maybe this is why we got so many young people caught up in extended adolescence. Because they don't want, there's no way I can win at this shit.
It's true.
Because I remember looking at some of the shit like, that shit ain't right. But hey, it's cool. No, it's not cool.
No, it's not cool. We just need our people to wake up. We need our people to wake up.
No, them dreams feel good, sis.
Okay, this is the situation we're in, and it is what it is. We in a bad space.
We're in a bad space, and this is the opportunity and the time for us to move up out the bad space. That's the only piece I'm trying to get people to understand. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's like pulling teeth. This is our opportunity to move up out of this space, to move beyond this space, to move beyond this space. And if not for you, why not for your kids? And if not for your kids, why not for your grandkids?
That's what I want. That's why I'm doing this. It's a wrap for me. I know I got to struggle to finish educating my child. I've got a 17-year-old. I got to struggle to finish educating her, and then that's it.
And it's like, yo, man, and it's like, and everybody cool with that. Cool is you supposed to struggle. That's what you're supposed to do. When we hear about people, like they spending our money, getting their kids into the best schools. Ill-gotten gains, right? I guess that's the American way. But hey, I'm gonna go and get up off here. I've been on here about an hour and
20 minutes.
An hour and 12 minutes. I'm sitting up here 112 minutes. But it was good to hear from you. I was like, where is Kim at? Her and her husband out there in synagogue kicking it.
Yeah, I did have a great time, but it's where we're located. They don't have Wi-Fi in that area, so you have to use 4G. And it was expensive.
Yeah.
Constantly adding credit. And I had to, because my daughter was doing her summer homework for school, so she needed the internet for that. So we had to, conserve internet
right.
so she could do her work.
Right.
So it was a blast. It was a blast. So, but it's just spending time with family. I was there with my entire family, my husband and my 2 girls. So it was nice. It was a blessing.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. All right, family. Yeah. But I want to thank everybody that took the time to tune in and those that will listen later. Send love out to Lady J. I know she's going to be mad at me for a minute, but that's how we do. I can't support, as my brother said in one of his rap songs, I don't support weak shit, so you can't lean on me. I can't, this fake spirituality shit is going to fuck up our children. Just saying. We gotta keep it real. You understand what I'm saying? And we got to get them to understand that this, right? This is part of the whole spiritual matrix. In Gye-Nyame, we talk about intuition, mental, emotional, spiritual, and physical. We don't take the physical out. The physical counts. I got to feed this, and I got to feed this. This is real. I can't prep talk her into not being hungry. You understand what I'm saying? I can't talk up no goddamn clothes. I can't make her feel good and get her in clothes. I have to be able to do something of value and create a value and hopefully be in a community that can recognize that value or can even afford the value. But right now we don't have that. That's why I don't be getting upset when people can't make donations to the dish. I understand. I understand when people can't buy buy some merch. My daughters like seeing the merch. That's why I got the merch up. You understand what I'm saying? I know that y'all might not be able to buy books. Y'all got other shit that y'all want to buy, and I understand. Please, family, miss me with all the single stories of individual rich motherfuckers. Talk to me about a rich community that we got within 10 miles of us. A really rich community that's not built up on credit. Niggas, and those of you that don't understand between credit and wealth, don't call my show no more. Those of you that don't understand the median and don't know some numbers about where we are as a people, don't call in no more. Don't call me with this feel-good shit. Call me with the reality so that we can actually build. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Because I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. I've been trying to be patient. I want to hear everybody, and and you call in and you talk to me about God and all this, but please make sure that the tree that you are talking about is bearing fruit. When I go out to an apple tree, I'm not just looking at the apple tree because it's beautiful. I'm looking at the apple tree for what it produces. If that motherfucker's not growing apples, I am, in a sense, mandated to cut it down and throw it into the fire. I let y'all come to me with these spiritual concepts and spiritual ideas that don't produce shit. And then I'm pessimistic. No, you delusional. You delusional. So go and sit down and do your prayers, do your meditations, and watch somebody else. Because I ain't got time for it no more. And we don't got time for it. We're quickly approaching the election. And now what's going to happen is the high pressure is about to hit. Well, you're going to be like, who you voting for? Oh, if you don't, then you know Donald Trump gonna get in and win again. And we don't want Master Trump back up in the White House. That's how y'all sound to me. You give a fuck who in the White House. Go on, get away from me, girl. Because it don't even matter. It don't even matter because none of them dealing with our issues. And they're not dealing with our issues, you know why? Because we doing all right. We doing good. We doing better than our ancestors was doing. But the vast majority of us are not. Yeah, we able to look at the phones and we able to get the fancy shoes and we able to medicate ourselves with the weed and the alcohol. But family, I got to ask you, are you really doing good? Wouldn't it be nice if you was able to actually take a real vacation with your children? Or really, I mean, it don't have to be a vacation. It can even be business. And go somewhere and allow your children just to go so that they could see something outside of your neighborhood. When there's whole groups of people who are living off of interest from money that was made from them selling your grandmama or your great-grandmama, and they're living off of this, and they're passing that wealth on, and you get absolutely nothing, and it's cool. I guess it's cool. Because you lost. So don't be mad when your children don't want to be black, because nobody want to be on the side of a fucking loser. And somebody who accepts loss. Do you know what make people want to hang on to their sports teams? Huh? I want y'all to think about this. What makes somebody stay a fan of a team that loses over and over and over and over again? Because they always come out and they always go and play the next game. And when you interview them, they're not just sitting up there, you know, they talking about what they did wrong, but they talking about what they going to do to get it right. And they're constantly trying. Some of y'all on, in a sense, on a losing team, and you walking away from the announcer. You ain't even got a strategy. You don't even care about the strategy for the next game. You already done just lost. All I'm talking about is forming a strategy. One based on reality. One based on truth. That's it. Form a strategy. And let's work it. We could force reparations down these motherfuckers' throats. We can make them have to be honest with us. Stop jumping around it. Please come out and say what you really feel about it. We can make them do that. Like when they was talking to Jay-Z. Well, what's next? We gotta get the action item. Well, what's the action item? It would have been so fly if Jay-Z would have came out and be like, reparations. That's what we're working on now. He kneeled for justice. Now it's time for us to roll it over into reparations. But that's me dreaming a little bit too high, right? But have y'all noticed that there's been very few entertainers that have actually came out in support of what we're talking about? I wonder why. Could it be that those entertainers and shit is like opiates for the masses? They get you thinking about other stuff? But I'm going to get up off of here. Been running my mouth. I started going in. Sister Kim could have been on here and do some other stuff out there. But I want to thank everybody that tuned in. I want y'all to remember that you are now in the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority, the place where your hustle build muscle. This is Gye-Nyame Journey Media. Kind of slow there, Anime. This is a Heart of a Simple production, and this has been the Daily Toast with the Toast&Talk, where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. Alright, fam. Oh, wow, Kwame, I didn't know you were still on there. Hold on. anecdotal evidence does not suffice to speak about the whole of the group. And that's what we get a lot of. I know somebody who got a lot of, I know somebody that bought 2 houses straight cash. I know somebody that owned the Brooklyn Bridge. What about my aunt Anna Mae? Anna Mae was rich. She used to give me a silver dollar every Christmas. Can't tell me we ain't doing better. Anecdotal. You know what I'm saying? That personal shit. Which is good because it tells your story. But then when we're looking at the group, see, because these individuals, this is the term that if you was watching Tone Talks or Breaking Brown, she says aberration, outliers. These terms are speaking of people that if this is the major group, you always have outliers. Either you have outliers that's doing worse, and it's so bad for them that they moved them out of the data, or they're doing so good that they're so far ahead of everybody else that they're moved up out of the data. Because it skewed the numbers. So you got 1 or 2 of these and 1 or 2 of these, right? You remove those from the data and you deal with the larger group. Most of us are in this larger group. There are very few people that are listening to Gye-Nyame Journey that are one of these aberrations. Because if you're down here, you probably, cell phones and being on the internet is the last of your worries. You are really, really thinking about another meal. If you up here, you on a whole nother level, so you're not really looking at us because none of this shit applies to you. I don't know who you chilling with. I don't know what family you come from. But the majority of us, we're in this group right here where the numbers are usually drawn from. And what the numbers say about the group that's right in there, it don't meet the anecdotal stories, the ones that's real bad or the ones that are extremely good. Like somebody being able to buy 2 houses with cash. In 2018? 2019? 2 houses. If it that, cool, I ain't. But they blew it. See, and this is another question I got for you. With a lot, because my mom, when I'm talking to her, she said, we had a lot of property in our family, and we just blew it. We just let it go. I said, what were some of the factors behind us letting it go? Because if I want your house, there are certain things that if I got enough money, I could do politically to make sure that you're not able to keep your house. And we also know that the Ku Klux Klan just didn't come together. I mean, I want y'all to think about this. They didn't just come together because they didn't like black people. They came together when it became an economic threat. When black folks became an economic threat. Because I could deal with me not liking you. I could not like you all I want as long as you ain't fucking with my cash flow. But when you start to fuck with my cash flow, we putting on the mask. I'm coming to get what you got. I don't like the fact that you got this land. I think this land should belong to me. And you know what? I don't want to pay for it. That's how a lot of us lost land. We don't want to talk about that, right? We just rather people be able to come over here, not really get a full view of history, and then their sentiments about us being lazy and incapable of managing things become the reality because we don't stand up and be like, that's some bullshit. Hold on. Let me clarify some of this for you. But I'm gone, man. I'm sorry. Why you put that up there? You the Black Yoda for real, because you know I'm going to go off on that. Oh. Sister Kim, brother Kwame say he's sending love. He said, oh, so you mean you ain't Jesus? What? Man, there you go. He clowning, man. I'm going to leave Kwame alone. All right, family, because he about to type something else, keep me up here for another hour. I got to go. Y'all have a great day. I'm out.